A severe storm described as a mini tornado has ripped roofs off homes and brought trees down at Orange. The SES responded to 24 calls for help, with one street in particular experiencing the worst of it.
Spring and Hale streets bearing the brunt of the damage. The aftermath of a wet and wild night residents don't want to live through again.
Everything was so loud. It was just like a cyclone, like you'd imagine a quick cyclone to be.
But what hit the windows was extraordinary, and next door's trampolines in that side's backyard.
Cars crushed, trees down, roofs ripped off homes in a few minutes of mayhem.
Came outside, saw the trees down, then we heard the roof come down, didn't know where it landed, then realised it landed across the road.
A wild storm which very nearly turned deadly.
The 4B2 went into the room where their baby was, so they were a bit shaken up last night, really quite shaken up.
They sort of described a funnel coming down and literally going through their house, destroyed a couple of houses.
The SES responded to more than 30 calls for help in Orange alone. The unit commander says he's never seen anything like it in town. The worst of the weather has since passed, with crews expecting the clean-up effort to stretch into tomorrow.
To land where it did, I think the residents up there were very lucky to come out of it uninjured.
Rob Beaumont, Win News.
A severe weather system has swept New South Wales, sending thermometers plunging and turning the Blue Mountains white. Sydney was consumed by cloud cover, a wet and wild start to the last week of winter.
Barrelling in from the east, supersets pounding Bronte Beach. From above, CBD landmarks disappeared behind a veil of grey, Sydney swallowed by a low-pressure system. And cold enough for snow in the Blue Mountains and JENOLAN. A blustery Bondi, still paradise for locals.
It's a nice day today, isn't it?
Releasing the endorphins, good for mental health, keeps you positive.
Wild winds turning swell to soup, choppy conditions ideal for these hydrofoils. The chance to escape isolation was seized by the masses.
She dragged us out of bed.
It's fun. It keeps you sane. Like everything else going on at the moment, you just roll with the punches.
In Sydney Harbour, the ferry commute past Bradley's Head felt more like a roller coaster. Nearby, Port Botany recording wind gusts of nearly 100 kilometres an hour. Spillways were prepped at Warragamba as the dam neared capacity. Overnight in Orange, a mini tornado ripped Paula's roof off, bringing down a tree and crushing a car.
Everything was so loud. It was just like a cyclone. The roof come down, didn't know where it landed, then realised it landed across the road.
The wind and the rain is predicted to peak later this evening, but this swell will be sticking around for some days. Waves are predicted to peak at 15 feet tomorrow morning as the low moves out to sea. Today's 5-kilometre radius, wild, wherever you lived. James Wilson, 9 News.